going on, everybody? Ash here with Fix It Ash. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be pressure testing this pressure switch for the prelude pump on a Caterpillar 3516B. So just a standard pressure switch. I think this thing is set at like 2 to 4 psi. I'm not too sure, but it's just a real basic 2-wire pressure switch. Once the engine senses pressure, or if it times out at 40 seconds, it'll start after it preludes. Now the 40-second delay is programmed into the ECM of the engine, so this right here is pretty much what is going to start the engine as soon as it gets to, usually it runs to about 5 psi or so, and then it starts. Once this thing senses oil pressure, this switch is going to close, and it's going to send a signal over to the ECM letting it know that it has oil pressure, and it's going to automatically start the engine. So what we want to do with this test is we want to use this pressure pump here. All right, this is a Fluke 700 PTP1 pneumatic test pump. We use this pump for a multiple range of things on board, as far as our periodic safety test procedures on board and pressure testing different things. Yeah, this thing is very, very useful, very, very handy pump. So first things first, we want to thread our pressure switch into our adapters. We also use adapters that go from 1/4" MPT over to JIC. So it's going to be number 4 JIC. We use a lot of that on board. All right, so first things first, we're going to set our meter to resistance. Connect our little leads here. I'm going to try to get this meter a little bit closer for you guys. Alright. Okay. So it doesn't matter what orientation you install these alligator clips inside of this plug right here. The switch is either going to be open or it's going to be closed. So 1 and 2. Okay, so as you can see, this switch is open. OL means open line. So once we start putting pressure to this switch through this hose with this pump, then we're going to see that meter close. So right now we're at 0 psi. This right here is your pressure bleed. So you want to close that off all the way. This handle right here is to raise and lower the pressure on the gauge as you already have pressure on it. So I'll show you that here. All right, so we're just going to give it a little bit of pressure. Okay, we got about 4 psi there. Okay, now switch is already closed. So you see we're reading 0.2 to 0.3 ohms. Okay, so the switch is closed. We know the switch is working, and we've got about close to 4 psi or so. So if you look at this gauge and look at this pump, you can turn this knob right here, and you'll see the pressure go up just slightly. And then you can come down and the pressure will go down just slightly. So this is more for fine-tuning, calibrating, and for your periodic testing and safety procedures on board to make sure that all of your pressure switches, pressure gauges, and everything else are calibrated correctly. So, okay, once that's done, we still have resistance on the meter. We're going to open the bleed-off valve, and then you'll see the meter open. There you go. So the switch is good. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good day.